Yo, dig this. Stone's Throw is the dopest spot in Cape Coral, fam. It's like a high-class joint without the snobby attitude. The food is straight fire, especially the steaks. I'm talking melt-in-your-mouth goodness. The service. On point, baby. Our server, Todd, was the man. He knew his stuff, cracked jokes, and kept the drinks flowing like the Nile. The ambience is fly. They got live jazz, stylish decor, and a vibe that's both upscale and chill. It's like the perfect place to take your boo for a special occasion or just kick it with your crew. Now, they do have some quirks. Like, the sign outside is like a ninja, trying to hide in the shadows. But once you step inside, it's all good. And while the turkey BLT soup might not be as lit as the description suggests, the shallot vinaigrette is bomb. Overall, Stone's Throw is the real deal. It's got the food, the service, and the atmosphere to make your dining experience unforgettable. Just don't be surprised if you leave feeling full, happy, and a little bit richer than when you came in. Twisted Lobster, where the seafood sings and the waitstaff dances, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this ain't your average seafood shack. Twisted Lobster is like a seafood symphony, where the lobsters waltz and the scallops boogie. First off, let's talk about the food. It's so fresh, I thought the fish were still getting their vitamin D. The boom grouper bites were like little bombs of flavor, and their fish and chips were so crispy, I heard 'em cracking from across the room. I almost felt sorry for the fish, but hey, he went out in a blaze of glory. Now, let's give props to the waitstaff. These folks are like a choreographed team, but instead of dance steps, they're serving up lobster tails. They're so passionate about their food, they might as well be singing serenades to it. The atmosphere. Cozy and casual, like your grandma's backyard with a few seafood upgrades. Inside, the walls are covered in twisted decorations that'll make you do a double take. And if you're lucky, you might catch a glimpse of the patio, where people are smoking and chowing down on their lobster like it's the last meal on Earth. Speaking of lobster, their specials are off the chain. I mean, who needs a fortune teller when you can text Mike from Twisted Lobster and he'll reveal the lobster mac and cheese of the day. Talk about your seafood sorcery. But here's the kicker, folks. This place is so popular, it's like a game of musical parking. But don't worry, the food is worth the wait. Plus, it gives you time to practice your crab dance moves. So, if you're looking for a seafood adventure that'll leave you twisting and shouting, head on down to Twisted Lobster. Just be prepared to wait for a table because, let's be honest, lobster doesn't grow on trees or in this case, rocks. Cape Coral's 1025 gastropub is the perfect place to indulge in a culinary adventure that'll leave your taste buds dancing and your belly laughing. Picture this, a vibrant atmosphere that makes you want to chuck your worries out the window. The staff. They're like a tag team of ninjas, gliding through the room, anticipating your every whim. The food. Well, let's just say the kitchen staff must have a secret portal to a world of culinary wizardry. The smoked beef, bacon cheese tot patin is a mind-boggling masterpiece. Imagine crispy tater tots, topped with tender beef, melted cheese, and gravy that will make you question the existence of your taste buds. But wait, there's more. The cheeseburger lo mein is a culinary unicorn. It's like the love child of a juicy cheeseburger and a flavorful lo mein. It's the perfect comfort food for those indecisive souls who can't choose between the two. And let's not forget the Baja Boats, a delicious shrimp salad served on refreshing romaine leaves. It's like a party in your mouth, where shrimp and salad dance the night away. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the truffle mac and cheese with chicken. While it might not have made the biggest impression on one reviewer, we suspect it was a case of personal preference. After all, not everyone is a fan of truffles. But hey, more truffles for us. As for the 2-star reviewer, we're baffled by their dissatisfaction. Sure, the Yukon mash might have been a touch on the dry side, but who needs creamy when you can have crispy? And the spicy dishes. Well, maybe they should have brought a fire extinguisher. But hold on a second, The real red flag here is the charge for card processing fees. We're not saying it's a deal breaker, but it's like getting a surprise visit from the taxman. If only they had the foresight of a squirrel and buried those fees in their menu prices. Overall, 1025 is a gastronomic gem in the heart of Cape Coral. Embrace the slightly offbeat ambience, marvel at the culinary artistry, and leave your worries at the door. Just be prepared to spend a pretty penny, because deliciousness doesn't come cheap. Ahoy there, mateys. Welcome to my review of the High Tide Social House, where the food's so good, you'll forget you're in Cape Coral. Now, let's talk about the inside. It's like a cozy captain's cabin, but with better lighting. And the servers. They're like friendly first mates, ready to guide you through the menu. I ordered a margarita pizza with a gin drink that tasted like a lavender field in a glass, but in a good way. The pizza was a thing of beauty, with a crust that could make a pirate captain dance. Now, let me tell you about the atmosphere. It's like being on a tropical island without the annoying parrots. They got live music that'll make you want to shake your booty, and a view of the marina that'll make you want to sing yo-ho, matey. But hold on there, matey. Let's address the elephant in the room, the prices. They're a bit high, but hey, it's a pirate's life for us. You'll be paying in gold doubloons for that gin drink. But overall, the High Tide Social House is a treasure chest full of delicious food and a swashbuckling good time. So gather your crew, hoist the sails, and set course for this culinary adventure. Oh my god. Jungle Bird, you're like the Joan Crawford of restaurants. You've got the looks, a jungle-themed paradise complete with bamboo and twinkling lights. And the drinks, honey. They're like a tropical vacation in a glass. The fighter pilot will knock you out better than a Mike Tyson uppercut, and the Virgin Miami Vice is so good, I'd give up my firstborn for it. The food, well, let's just say it's a bit like a jungle itself. The huli-huli chicken is like a lost hiker wandering aimlessly on a plate of rice. But the steak and lobster, oh honey, they're like a bank concert, fierce and fabulous. The service is top-notch. Our server, Felicia, was like a sassy best friend with a Caribbean accent. She even serenaded us with a little tune about her days in a reggae band. Hilarious. And the atmosphere. It's like being in the middle of the Amazon, except with better lighting and fewer creepy crawlies. Overall, Jungle Bird, you're a wild and wonderful place that's sure to leave a mark on your liver and your wallet. But hey, who needs money when you've got a good buzz and a belly full of deliciousness? Get ready for a culinary experience that's like a trip to Flavor Town, baby. Next door in Cape Coral is a foodie's paradise, where every bite is a mouth-watering adventure. Picture this, sizzling steaks that'll make your taste buds do a dance, scallops that melt in your mouth like butter, and pasta dishes that'll make you forget your nonna's cooking, sorry, grandma. And don't even get me started on the sampler soup. It's like a mystery box of deliciousness that'll leave you craving more. But what really sets Next Door apart is the service. The staff is like a well-oiled machine, bringing you your food with the precision of a Swiss Army knife. And the owner. He's like the conductor of this culinary symphony, stopping by every table to make sure every guest is in dining heaven. The atmosphere. It's like a modern art gallery meets a cozy cabin. You've got high ceilings that make you feel like you're dining in a cathedral, and outdoor seating that's perfect for watching the sunset over the water. Now, let's talk about the slight hiccups in service that some have mentioned. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it's true that things can get a tad slow sometimes. But hey, who doesn't love a good suspenseful food drama? Plus, it gives you more time to savor that complimentary amuse-bouche fancy word for free appetizer. And let's be honest, the rigatoni may not be the Mona Lisa of pasta dishes, but it's still a solid choice, especially with that extra dose of sausage that's got a kick like a Chuck Norris roundhouse. So, if you're looking for a culinary experience that's equal parts delicious and entertaining, make a reservation at Next Door in Cape Coral. Just be prepared to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Life's too short for boring restaurants, folks. Yo, listen up, seafood lovers. If you're looking for a place that's got the fish game on lock, you gotta check out Fish Tail Grill. These cats are voted best seafood in Cape Coral for 8 years straight, so you know they ain't messing around. Picture this. You roll up to this spot and it's like a seafood carnival. The menu is a symphony of ocean treasures, from steak filet mignon to moi moi so fresh it'll make your taste buds dance. And that seafood tower. It's like a skyscraper of shellfish, loaded with lobster, crab, and shrimp that'll make you forget about all your worries. But wait, there's more. The Bloody Marys here are so loaded, they're practically a meal in themselves. And the craft cocktails. They'll put a spell on you with flavors that'll make you sing like a drunken mermaid. Now, let's talk about the service. The waitresses are so gorgeous, they'll make you think you're on a date with a Victoria's Secret model. And they're so attentive, they'll keep your cup full and your belly satisfied. Oh, and for all you folks with allergies, these guys are like ninjas. They'll customize your meal from scratch, making sure you don't have to worry about any shellfish shenanigans. They'll even bring your plate out on a silver platter, like a king. The atmosphere. We got live music, baby. So you can chow down on some fresh seafood while listening to tunes that'll make you feel like you're on a tropical island with no worries. Now, I'll be real, the lobster bisque could use a little more lobster. But everything else, it's off the chain. So if you're looking for a seafood feast fit for a king, with service that'll make you feel like a VIP, then Fish Tail Grill is the place for you. Just be prepared to bring your dancing shoes and a stretchy waistband. Peace out. Ahoy there, mateys. Brace yourselves for a swashbuckling adventure at Captain Hook's in Cape Coral, where the treasure chest is filled with culinary gold. Picture this, a cozy little ship docked in a shopping centre, inviting you to come aboard for a feast fit for a pirate king. The crew, led by the enigmatic Captain Geo, will greet you with a smile that would make Jack Sparrow green with envy. Now, let's talk about the plunder. The sushi is so fresh, you can practically hear the fish swimming on the plate. The miso soup is like a warm hug from the sea, with tofu so tender it'll melt in your mouth like a captain's gold doubloon. But hold your horses, there's more. The Thai and pho dishes will transport you to the bustling streets of Bangkok or the serene canals of Vietnam. The pho is a symphony of flavors, with tender beef and a broth so rich you'll be summoning the kraken to help you finish it. The bourbon rolls are a treasure map to sushi heaven, with a perfect blend of tempera and sweetness that'll make you dance the hornpipe. And let's not forget the atmosphere. It's as if the walls are whispering tales of daring escapes and buried treasure. The casual vibe will make you feel like you're dining with a crew of swashbuckling friends. So hoist your sails and set course for Captain Hook's, where you'll be treated like a true pirate, with great food, excellent service, and a memory that will last longer than a pirate's curse. Just don't tell Long John Silver, or he'll be sending his crew to steal your booty. Sage on 47th, where the food is phenomenal, but the water cups are tiny foodies. If you're looking for a night out that'll make you laugh and leave you feeling satisfied, Sage on 47th is your spot. The food is so darn good, it's like a comedy club for your taste buds. First up, the Wagyu steak. It's like a steak that went to finishing school. It's got this insane tenderness that makes you wonder why you've been eating those sad, cardboard-like steaks from the grocery store your whole life. And let's not forget about the local mushroom dish. It's like a magical mushroom trip without the hallucinations, but with all the flavor. The parsnip pure is like a sweet and creamy that makes you forget all your troubles. Now, let's talk about the service. Shout out to our server Louisa, who was the bomb. She had this infectious laugh and kept our glasses filled with bottomless bubbles. It was like being at a party with a friend who was really good at serving food. But hey, let's be honest. The water cups are like the size of thimbles. I mean, I get that they want to be fancy, but come on, we need hydration to wash down all that deliciousness. Overall, Sage on 47th is a place where you can have a night of laughs and culinary adventures. Just make sure to bring a water bottle, or you might end up feeling like you're in a desert instead of a fine dining establishment. Let's get real wall. Lighthouse Waterfront Restaurant in Cape Coral. It's like the Titanic, but instead of sinking, it's floating on a sea of greatness. Now, hold your horses there, landlubber. The view from this joint is like a Monet, but with more boats and fewer Frenchmen. You can watch the sun dip below the horizon like a sassy lady dropping her lipstick. And get this, the atmosphere. It's thicker than a pirate's accent. It'll make you want to sing yo-ho-ho and a drink of rum at the top of your lungs, but don't, unless you want to scare the tourists. Let's talk food. Their black and red fish sandwich. It's like a party in your mouth, with every bite a celebration. It's so big, you could feed a whole shipwrecked crew. And those firecracker shrimp. They'll set your taste buds on fire, in a good way. Not that call the fire department kind of way. But let's be honest, the service can sometimes be a bit like a pirate ship without a captain. Our waitress, Megan, was a treasure, but the kitchen was slower than a snail on tranquilizers. The soup arrived after our entrees, like a really late party guest who forgot the chips and dip. Overall, a Lighthouse Waterfront Restaurant is a hidden gem. It's like the pirate's booty you never knew you needed. The view is epic, the food is on point, and the atmosphere is enough to make a mermaid dance. Just be prepared for some occasional quirks in the service, and you'll be as happy as a seagull with the French fry in its beak. The Boathouse Tiki Bar Grill, where the food is good, the views are even better, and the bathrooms are clean if you're looking for a restaurant with a relaxed atmosphere, a Caribbean feel, and a private beach. Then the Boathouse Tiki Bar Grill is the place for you. The open-air multi-level tiki bar is situated on the river, and the views are like no other in Cape Coral. But let's talk about the food. The food is good. Not great, not terrible, but good. I mean, you're not going to find any Michelin stars here, but you're also not going to be disappointed. I had the Mai sandwich, which was tender and tasty. The High Five IPA beer was cold and refreshing. Now, let's talk about the bathrooms. The bathrooms are clean. I mean, they're not spotless, but they're not dirty either. They're just clean. Overall, the Boathouse Tiki Bar Grill is a good restaurant. The food is good, the views are great, and the bathrooms are clean. What more could you want? Oh, and one more thing, if you're not sure how to cook your burger, don't worry. The Boathouse Tiki Bar Grill will cook it for you. Just don't expect it to be cooked to your liking. When I tell you that this restaurant is hotter than a porcupine in a sauna, I'm not kidding. That volcanic bowl of molten goodness known as the Moljet Patron will make your taste buds do the salsa. It's like a party in your mouth, with steak, chicken, shrimp, and chorizo swimming in melted cheese. And those desserts, oh boy. Picture a flan so dense, it could hold up a bookshelf. And a key lime pie so moist, you'll swear it just stepped out of a warm bath. I'm not sure what Clancy's was like, but this place makes me want to do a happy dance. The service is as friendly as a Labrador Retriever, guiding you through the menu like a seasoned guide. They'll tell you what the favorites are, just like your best friend would. Ambience. It's like a cozy hug on a rainy Saturday afternoon. Just don't be surprised if the lights go out come sunset. I mean, who needs to see when you've got food this good? Just grab your flashlight and dig in. So if you're looking for a place to chow down on some top-notch grub, Whiskey Creek Station is your ticket to culinary heaven. And don't forget to bring your funny bone, because the atmosphere is as light-hearted as a stand-up comedian. Cheers to that, amigos. Point 57, baby. Where you can eat like a king without breaking the bank. First, let's talk about the service. They got servers who move like gazelles. You don't even have to raise your pinky, they'll be right there, asking, "What's the problem, chief?" With a smile that would make a polar bear blush. The food. Oh man, it's like a party in your mouth. Their salmon is the truth. It's like they took a salmon, dressed it up in a tux, and served it with its entourage of blackened shrimp and crab meat. And that Gouda potato cake. It's like a dance party in your stomach, a symphony of flavors. Their gumbo. It's got more seafood than a Red Lobster buffet. It's like they took the ocean, put it in a pot, and said, let's party. And don't even get me started on their house salad. It's like a salad on steroids, with pickled onions that'll make you cry tears of joy, blue cheese crumbles that'll make you feel like you're at a fancy pants restaurant, and a white balsamic vinaigrette that'll cut through all that flavor like a butter knife through warm butter. Now, let's talk about the speed. Some folks say the kitchen is a little slow, but let me tell you this, if speed is what you want, go to a drive-through. Point 57 is about savoring the experience, baby. It's about taking your time, enjoying the atmosphere, and letting the flavors dance on your palate. And the portions. They're so big, you'll be taking half of your meal home to feed your dog, and your dog will be thanking you for it. So, if you're looking for a night out that's gonna tickle your taste buds and leave you with a smile on your face, get yourself to Point 57. Just make sure to bring your appetite, because this place is no joke. 1025, where the food is fire, and the staff is on fire to run you over. Are you ready for a culinary adventure that will leave your taste buds dancing, your belly full, and your funny bone tickled? Look no further than 1025 in Cape Coral. The restaurant that's so good, you'll want to take it home to your mama, or at least the smoked-out Cuban. Imagine a sandwich that's so cheesy, it'll give your taste buds a hug, so smoky, it'll make you cough in a good way, and so full of surprises, you'll be like, what sorcery is this? That's the smoked-out Cuban, my friends. And the fries. So seasoned, they'll make you want to do a French fry dance. But wait, there's more. The stuff at 1025 is so delightful, they'll make you forget you're not dining at your grandma's house. They're like the friendly neighborhood ghosts that bring you water without you asking. And they're so attentive, you'll swear they have eyes in the back of their heads. Oh, and the vibe. On Sundays, it's all about that old school pop that'll have you grooving in your seat. It's like a musical time machine that takes you back to the good old days. But remember, make a reservation or call ahead, or you'll be like the two employees who nearly ran me over at the top of the stairs. It's a good thing their promptness is only surpassed by their courtesy, barely. Now, let's not forget the cocktails. They don't mess around here. The sweater weather old-fashioned is an instant classic, and if you're not into the hooch, they've got mocktails that'll make you forget you're not drinking the real thing. Plus, their garlic aioli. It's so good, it'll make you want to rub it all over your body. Just be sure to keep it away from your eyes, so, whether you're craving a fantastic brunch, a juicy burger, or a cocktail that'll transport you to paradise, 1025 has got you covered. Just be prepared for the occasional stampede of overly eager staff members and the irresistible urge to sprinkle garlic aioli on everything. Trust me, it's worth the experience. Gusto Cucina Italiana, where the food is divine and the ambience is divine. Like funny picture a charming Italian eatery tucked away in a strip mall that looks straight out of a Tim Allen sitcom. Welcome to Gusto Cucina Italiana, where the ambience is cozy and the comedy is unintentional. Prepare to be greeted by the enigmatic Raquel, the restaurateur who embodies the Italian stereotype like a seasoned comedian. Her warm smile and enthusiastic welcomes are either genuine or a masterclass in acting. The staff is a lively bunch of characters, bustling about with a mix of efficiency and chaos. It's like watching a well-choreographed version of the Three Stooges. Now, let's talk about the real star of the show, the food. The menu reads like a love letter to traditional Italian cuisine, with a dash of the unexpected. Picture perfectly cooked pasta adorned with the most generous portions of mushrooms you've ever seen. It's like Mario and Luigi had a cook-off and the winner was your taste buds. The veal piccata is the dish that makes the hearts of meat lovers sing. It's like a culinary symphony, where tender veal is serenaded by a tangy lemon sauce. But wait, there's more. The cannoli cake is a dessert straight out of a cartoon. It's so over-the-top sweet and decadent, you'll swear you're in a Looney Tunes episode. Now, for the quirks that make Gusto Cucina Italiana a truly memorable experience. The bread is the culinary equivalent of a stand-up comic, a bit dry and not as clever as it thinks it is. The olive oil is as elusive as a unicorn on a pogo stick. You'll be lucky to find a single drop. The ambience is a delightful mix of romantic lighting and the occasional shriek from the kitchen. It's like dining in a slightly upscale version of a sitcom set. Despite the occasional hiccup, Gusto Cucina Italiana is a culinary gem. It's the perfect place to indulge in delicious Italian fare while enjoying a good dose of unintentional comedy. Just remember, this is a place where the laughs are on the house. Alright, folks. Gather round for any slapping review of Nevermind Awesome Bar Eatery in Cape Coral. Let's start with the name. Nevermind Awesome. Is that like a dare? Well, they're not fibbing. This place lives up to its bold moniker, but with a side of chuckles. The food. Get ready to dance a jig on your taste buds. I had the grilled lettuce salad. Yes, you read that right. GILEDLATTUCE. And it wasn't some limp, soggy nightmare. It was crispy, juicy, and had more flavor than a stand-up comedian. The chicken bacon ranch salad was a harmony of flavors, like a concert in my mouth. And don't even get me started on the lemon drop martini. It was like a ray of sunshine, but with a sassy kick. The atmosphere. Think of a bar with a dash of cheers. It's cozy, casual, and you might just make some new besties. Oh, and the waitresses. They're faster than Usain Bolt with a side of kindness. So, Nevermind Awesome Bar Eatery, you're not just a restaurant, you're a comedy club wrapped in a cozy bar. You put the awesome in awesomeness, and I will definitely be back for more laughs and grilled lettuce. Just remember, don't mind the awesome, embrace it. 41 Bistro, where robots serve and food impresses y'all. Listen up. Don't let the outside fool you. 41 Bistro is like a fancy diner that's been taken to the next level. The atmosphere is so cozy, you feel like you're at your grandma's house, but with better food. Now, let's talk about the food. It's like they took all the best Italian dishes and said, hold my Chianti. The veal piccata is so tender, it'll make you cry tears of joy. And the seafood pasta special. It's like an underwater party in your mouth. Shrimp, scallops, and calamari swimming in a delicious tomato sauce. The robots that deliver the food are a hoot. They're like littles zipping around the dining room, boop beeping like they're saying, your food has arrived, master. It's a bit like having a robotic butler, but without the existential crisis. Now, I know what you're thinking. But Brian, everything costs an arm and a leg these days. Well, not at 41 Bistro. The prices are so reasonable, you'll be able to afford to keep your car running and eat like a king. So, gather your posse, put on your best bibs, and head down to 41 Bistro. It's the perfect place for any occasion, whether you're celebrating your mom's birthday, planning a date night, or just need a good laugh. And remember, if you see a robot named HAL, tell him I said hi.